Hello to you guys and welcome back to this channel. In the last two videos, it was about the visa bulletin that was recently published. Now, in today's video, it is about the progress that the scheduling of interviews has made so far in this year's program. In other words, in this video, I will be sharing with you, as I usually do, the case number ranges where the scheduling of interviews has reached so far at your different embassies and consulates. So let's go into that. And today we start off in Lusaka, Zambia, where the scheduling of interviews in the DV 2025 program remains at 29,700 plus case number range. La Paz, Bolivia remains at 2,200 plus. Libreville, Gabon remains at 41,100 plus. Tbilisi, Georgia has increased to 17,400 plus. Kinshasa, the DRC remains at 10,100 plus. In Yerevan, Armenia, the Asia region remains at 7,600 plus, and the Europe region remains at 15,900 plus. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, the Africa region remains at 34,200 plus, and the Asia region remains at 5,600 plus. Havana, Cuba remains at 2,200 plus. Casablanca, Morocco has increased to 21,800 plus. In Beirut, Lebanon, still no diversity visa interviews have been scheduled. Tirana, Albania remains at 17,400 plus. In New Delhi, India, still no diversity visa interviews have been scheduled. In Tokyo, Japan, the Africa region remains at 20,000 plus, the Asia region remains at 7,800 plus, and the Europe region remains at 16,300 plus. In Ankara, Turkey, the Africa region remains at 12,900 plus, the Asia region remains at 6,600 plus, and the Europe region remains at 9,100 plus. Algiers, Algeria remains at 39,000 plus. Lilongwe, Malawi remains at 33,800 plus. In Islamabad, Pakistan, the Asia region has increased to 7,500 plus, while the Europe region remains at 6,100 plus. Luanda, Angola remains at 42,300 plus. Rangoon, Burma remains at 7,200 plus. In Djibouti, the Africa region remains at 34,900 plus, and the Asia region remains at 7,900 plus. Cotonou, Benin remains at 34,300 plus. Abidjan, Ivory Coast has increased to 28,900 plus. In Manama, Bahrain, the Africa region remains at 29,500 plus. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the Africa region remains at 42,000 plus, the Asia region remains at 8,100 plus, and the Europe region remains at 9,800 plus. In Frankfurt, Germany, the Africa region remains at 37,700 plus, the Asia region remains at 8,100 plus, the Europe region remains at 17,100 plus, and the Oceania region remains at 500 plus. In Lagos, Nigeria, still no diversity visa interviews have been scheduled. In Cairo, Egypt, the Africa region remains at 38,900 plus, and the Asia region remains at 7,400 plus. A reminder that these are the highest case number ranges where interviews have so far been scheduled from as part of the DV 2025 program. We continue with Harare, Zimbabwe, and that embassy remains at 29,800 plus case number range. In Amman, Jordan, the Africa region has increased to 43,800 plus, and the Asia region has also increased to 8,900 plus. Suva, Fiji remains at 1,500 plus. In Kathmandu, Nepal, the Africa region remains at 8,300 plus, and the Asia region remains at 7,000 plus. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania remains at 18,200 plus. In Montreal, Canada, the Africa region has increased to 41,600 plus. The Asia region has also increased to 7,900 plus. The Europe region has also increased to 17,400 plus, while the Oceania region remains at 1,300 plus. Kigali, Rwanda remains at 34,700 plus. In Paris, France, the Africa region remains at 42,100 plus. The Asia region remains at 6,700 plus, and the Europe region remains at 17,300 plus. In Doha, Qatar, the Africa region remains at 40,100 plus, and the Asia region remains at 7,800 plus. In Manila, the Philippines, the Africa region remains at 19,400 plus. In Kuwait, the Africa region remains at 34,100 plus, and the Asia region remains at 7,400 plus. Colombo, Sri Lanka has increased to 8,800 plus. In London, the UK, the Africa region remains at 39,100 plus. The Asia region remains at 7,400 plus. The Europe region remains at 17,300 plus, and the Oceania region remains at 1,200 plus. Lomé, Togo remains at 35,400 plus. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia has increased to 36,300 plus. In Abu Dhabi, the UAE, the Africa region remains at 15,300 plus. The Asia region remains at 6,800 plus, and the Europe region remains at 4,100 plus. Yaoundé, Cameroon remains at 36,200 plus. Dakar, Senegal remains at 26,900 plus. Freetown, Sierra Leone remains at 7,800 plus. In Mumbai, India, the Africa region has increased to 44,400 plus. The Asia region has also increased to 8,100 plus, and the Europe region is currently at 11,800 plus. Nairobi, Kenya remains at 11,000 plus. Monrovia, Liberia remains at 42,400 plus. Johannesburg, South Africa remains at 41,900 plus. Accra, Ghana remains at 29,800 plus. And finally, in Napoli, Italy, the Africa region remains at 31,900 plus, and the Europe region remains at 17,400 plus case number range. So those are the case number ranges where the scheduling of interviews has reached at your different embassies and consulates at the end of the May 12th to May 16th working week. Thanks for watching this report. See you very soon, God willing, in the next video. Until then, goodbye.